Hi everyone, I'm Sarah and welcome to the Ruled by Hounds YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be telling you about how YouTube has changed my life with less than 1,000 subscribers and also how it's given me back my life. And let me introduce you to one of the stars of this channel just because he's sleeping next to me. And there's Opie. He's just napping. So to know how this channel has done that for me, you need to know a little bit about my history and also a little bit about how I started the YouTube journey. Let me go over my history first. So I started in the animal care industry when I was 18. I was in college and I started at a dog daycare job, and I just did it as part-time to help fund college, and it gave me this wonderful passion for animals and working with them. Now, before that, of course, I loved animals. I grew up with 4 cats. It's just something I've always loved, animals, and then I got into the industry. So I started working with animals. I switched my college major to pre-veterinary studies. I got very immersed in animals. And then as time went on, I continued my journey in the animal industry, which led to, of course, working full-time. I got my dog training certifications. The one I got was the CPDTKA, and I got that and started training dogs. I worked with zoo animals. I worked with a lot of different animals. It was a really wonderful time for me. But as time progressed, one thing you start to realize in the animal industry is there is this immense amount of compassion fatigue. They need care early, they need care late, they need care on holidays, they don't care what day it is, they need care all the time. And I kept finding myself in these jobs where I was working way more than I wasn't. And I started to feel myself just giving out. And so the pandemic hit, that led even more to this burnout feeling. I started another job where I was working with animals and humans, and the people, and I was pretty much on call 24/7. It's a job that I did love, but it just drained me and my spirit because I never had a break, and I never could take a break because there was always the chance that I needed to go and work if something wasn't happening that should be. I was a manager for a lot of my life. Later on in my animal care industry, after the first 2 years, I started to mostly do in managerial positions. So that really drained me. So I was completely burnt out, but I was continuing to work. I knew I was burnt out. I could feel it in every part of my being. But I still loved the animals. It was just the human aspect. It was also, it was the never having time for myself, never being able to feel like I could plan any part of my life because my life revolved around working with the people and animals that I did. And while I don't regret that, I do know that it's what led to me burning out of my last career. And so after that, I got this chance. My partner, he had 1 more year left in his trade school that he was doing, and so I just decided to move and be with him about an hour and a half away from our hometown. And so I went with him and left that job, and then I started working for myself. And so what I started to do when I went with him so I could have more flexibility was I started to full-time resell. I had resell before then, part-time, but never full-time. And I decided to do that because I also had some other life changes that I needed flexibility. I needed to be able to be with my family more frequently, and I also needed to take care of my dog, one of the other stars of this channel, Dudley the Basset Hound. He started cancer treatments, and I needed to be able to drive 3 hours round trip every single week for his treatments and checkups and blood work and etc. So I needed to be able to do that for him, which I never would have been able to do in my previous position. So I started to resell full-time on eBay. And then during that time, I realized I got incredibly lonely. So I actually started another YouTube channel that it's not the same as this one, called Childhood Finds. And it's got a decent following now. I started it because reselling is an incredibly solo activity at times. And it's something where My coworkers were my dogs. So it's pretty much just me and me alone. So I started YouTube to help maybe build a community, build more people I could talk to about what I do, and it happened. It was a wonderful thing. And so I'm cheating a little because I do actually have 2 YouTube channels. My other YouTube channel is coming up on 1,500 subscribers, but I gained a lot on that channel as well. It gave me friends, actual friends. It gave me a purpose. It let me talk and be honest, share what it's like to be fully self-employed, and share just what my life is like. It also gave me the opportunity for transparency to share what I make, to share what YouTube pays me. It's given me that opportunity. So after that, I am going to get a little more even personal here in this video. Is I have found in the last few years, I have struggled with depression basically feels like my whole life, but I have been diagnosed with it for nearly 2 decades now. And so it's something that I have battled my whole life, and the last couple years have been incredibly, incredibly hard on me. And I know part of it was burning out from the animal industry, and part of it was just the pandemic. All of the things that happened in my life led to it. So I have felt very depressed, and I've been starting to wonder, how am I going to get back into the animal industry? I miss it now. My heart misses the main piece that it had for so long. I was in that career for a decade. It's all I knew in my adult working career was working with animals, and I miss it so much. And now I feel like with this YouTube channel, I have the chance to do that again. And it's more on my own terms now as well. It's something where I can choose what to share. I get to help others do more with their pets. This likely won't just be a dog channel. I do want to get a cat soon again. I miss cats so much. I'm a cat person at heart, don't tell my dogs. But I want this to be a channel where I can share training tips. I want to get back into dog training again. I started this channel 2 months. I started it a few months ago, but I started really dedicating a couple months ago in a journey of growing up a subscriber account and also growing a following to where I could get monetized. And so that's been the main purpose of this channel, is to find another income stream doing again what I love. Because animals and working with people and their animals are what I love. I love talking to people about them. It's something that has been missing for the last couple years, but it's something that I had to take out for the last couple years because I did burn out. And so I feel like this channel can finally give me that again. And that's why I mentioned the depression, is it finally starts to feel like I'm breathing again, to where when you have depression, you feel like this weight all the time and you don't know what to do to get rid of the weight. So I feel like YouTube has given me a chance to get back doing what I love and sharing what I love. So what does that mean for the future of this channel? I have a lot of ideas for this channel. It's the first time I've felt so inspired and excited. I've also felt that on my reselling channel that I love dearly as well, because I do also dearly love reselling. But animals are my first passion, of course. And so this channel, I hope to have training videos. I hope to have enrichment videos, doing enrichment with your pets, just general knowledge. I hope to share all of that on this channel, so that all of us can have better lives with our animals and give better lives to our animals. Because let's be honest, for what they give us, they deserve way more than we give them right now. So I try to do so much for my pets, and I still feel like it's not enough for what they give me and what comfort they give me. So that's really what I'm going to be planning for this channel. So that's just in a nutshell. YouTube has changed my life with this channel because it's given me my passion back. And it's a wonderful feeling, because when I left the animal industry, I didn't know that I would ever get that back. I basically stopped training for 2 years. And yes, I did some training on and off with my dogs, of course. I'm always a dog trainer at heart. I was always working with them, but it wasn't the same passion that it was before. But now, the last couple months, I started to do little sessions with them, doing little tricks, doing things like that, and it's been wonderful. And I can see the happiness in them because they love learning. My bloodhound, he's very good at tricks. My basset hound, he's mostly pretty, but he really tries to learn the tricks. It's just a slower process with him. So with this channel, I hope that I can just keep spreading joy and also transparency going forward. If I get to that point where I become monetized, I will share what I'm making. I will be transparent, tell you what I've done to get to the points that I've gotten to. I'm always going to be transparent and forthcoming. So that's the big plan for this channel. And if animals are something you love and you would like to join me on this journey, please subscribe to this channel. And you can always, and also liking and commenting on this video can help. If you've started a YouTube channel or you're thinking about it, all I can say is just give it a shot. When I started my first YouTube channel, Childhood Finds, I had no plans that I would ever make money or ever get anywhere with that channel. But now I make about $50 a month from it. And it's just fun to know that there are people out there that want to hear what you have to say, because it's a wonderful feeling. So if you are unsure about starting a YouTube channel, just do it. Give it a shot. If you find out it's not for you, just stop. That's all you have to do. That's the worst thing that can come of starting a YouTube channel, is you just stop and you don't do it anymore. I have found a passion for it. I'm not real fancy in my YouTube channel, but I am so glad I started it, and I can't wait to continue this journey. And again, if you'd like to join this journey with me, just please hit the subscribe button. And thank you so much for joining me for this talking head video. I can't wait to share more with you in the future of training videos, animal videos, all sorts of things. So thank you for joining me.